Hello everyone, and this is Les Major, the creator of FantaSize and the artist behind Misery. Anyway, I've been asked many times exactly how I usually draw my characters. Now, the main thing is, I just kind of get right into it and scribble all over the place most of the time when I'm just doing a rough drawing. It's usually quite noticeable in a lot of the stuff I do, but anyway, getting down to the point, I always start off with my characters with their eyes, just drawing them like such. Then adding in the pupils and adding in the cute little glazy looks that they look all cute and cuddly. As the horrible destructive monsters that they are. Usually from there, I add in the characters' noses, depending on whether or not they're just not the basic character noses I usually use, or if they're something a little bit more unique. I think, for example, Misery's mother, I think, has a different schnoz than the rest of the characters. Stuff like that. Anyway, so then I move on to the character's jawline next. I usually play around with that quite a bit until I get it exactly the way I want it. The characters, also, quite a few of them have different jawlines and such as well. From there, I either start on the neck, or I go right into the hair. Since we're doing Misery today, I'm just going to get right on into the hair, kind of bring it down like this. As you'll see, Misery usually has two little points here, two little points up here, and then the one main point, but I've split it down there anyway. But anyway, and then from there, I usually just bring the other side of her hair down here and add in her ear to cap it off. And then from here, I bring her head on over, add in a little bit of a tuft there, and then bring her hair on down. Now from there, I'll add in the character's necks, trying to keep them as proportionate as I can. Usually when I'm just doing a rough sketch, I'm not thinking about, what kind of angle the character is really looking from and such. I'm just kind of diving right on into it and drawing up whatever. Especially like back when I first made FantaSize 1, I was making a ton of these kind of things for the pre-orders. Like every single one of the pre-order booklets had a drawing of Misery in the back, so I had to kind of, make a little bit of a compensation there to just dive right on in instead of spending the rest of my life working away on pre-order drawings. So from there, you can just add in the character's t-shirt line there, and neckline on the shirt. And let's see here now. Got a little bit of extra length here on her eye. Now, of course, with Misery, we've got those little slashes under her eyes, so we gotta add them in. Okay. And give her a nice big happy grin here. She's having a good day for a change. There we go. And there. Got a little bit of an extra line there on her tongue, but anyway, you probably can't even see that in the video of them recording this too, but anyway. So, let's see, add her chest in here. T-shirt. Sleeves. Add in her hair. There we are. See, she's having a good old time. Okay, so we continue on with her shirt. Had her belly sticking out here, since Misery apparently always buys shirts that are too small for her. Go, cap off her pants there. Now let's see her now. Looks like her arm would come out right about right there. Tried to improve the character's arms over the years, but that's still a work in progress pretty much. Everything's really a work in progress still with all this stuff. I'm just kind of throwing everything together since I'm, the animator, the editor, the everything under the sun on the project. So let's see her now. Add in the other side of her sleeve there. That's pretty even. Otherwise, their hands just kind of, maybe we'll have it kind of out here. Make it so she's got a little bit of a fist, and well, that's another thing too. All the FantaSize characters have 4 fingers, or at least they're supposed to 90% of the time, because, well, we want to keep them as realistic as possible in that sense, rather, obviously, the look of the characters is barely realistic 90% of the time anyway, but, so, the way I'm drawing Misery here, and that it's the way I normally always draw her up anyway, so this is pretty much what you'd see if you're ever just seeing me sketching around on paper or whatnot. Or it's a little bit different working with the paintbrush tool here, because sometimes, well, usually most of the time it smooths out the lines a little bit, so on and so forth. So it's not the exact same style that I draw in, but it's pretty accurate. So let's see here now. We got our pant cups all rolled up. And still have no idea why I gave her these exact kind of pants and everything. I mean, the voice actress in Misery actually, she sometimes had some similar styles going on here. She didn't have the purple hair and everything, but not that I haven't met many people since then with very interesting hair colors and such. But anyway, let's see here now. So of course we got all that. We got some of her hair there in the background. We'll just add this in over here. I always gave Misery a lot of hair just so that there was a lot more to play around with when I was animating her. So that way, when she's moving around, she's got her hair like flowing up behind her. I was actually kind of inspired by Zero from Mega Man X. I always kind of liked how he always had his hair trailing up behind him and such. And anyway, so as usual, Misery's usually always barefoot in the animations and everything. So just doing a quick little sketch here. So exactly, oh that's pretty bad, but you get the idea. Let's see, just throw something a little more together over here. Even though I think she's missing a toe there, but we'll just pretend that's kind of hidden off to the other side. So yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. Yeah, fix that up there. I don't know what happened there. That was, yeah. Anyway, now of course, usually when I'm working on like bigger drawings and everything, I'll actually sketch everything out and try to come up with some references or something. Or of course, can't forget our belly button. Always have the little backwards number 6 in that drawn in there. Or frontwards, depending on what direction she's facing. Let's see here now. And, well, we'll go with that for the first one here. Let's throw her into the center of the work area here. And there you have it. A basic drawing of Misery.